You ain't Kevin Ham was like because the homeless 2 years. What's going on, everybody? Just not flooding on from the YouTube, flooding off all my students, man. We're here for our weekly markup.
Fuck going on, man?
Whole lot of it, man. It's in the building. What's going on? We're gonna get our Shane screen shared, man. We live on the tube with it as well, man. So shout out to everybody that's tapping in. You know what I mean, from the YouTube channel as well. You know what I mean? I know we go live on YouTube air Sunday. All right. Oh shit, I got the wrong screen share. Hold on, yo. Gonna get to it, man. Everybody just not hopping on the call, man. Flood that chat up. Let everybody know we live already. See what I'm saying? We're gonna get started real short. All right. Everybody just not hopping on. Y'all know the routine, man. Y'all can start sharing y'all favorite pairs in the chat. Get this thing situated. Let everybody know where we at with it. Good, man. All right, family, let's get to it. All right, once again, shout out to everybody's hopping on the call, man. We 8 deep right now. We got a couple on the YouTube channel as well. Blood in that chat, let everybody know where we at with it. We locked in. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, family. Hold on. I'm bullshit, for real. I'm really bullshit. I got this new mic right here. Get there, let me get on my technical straight. You already know the routine. I can go ahead and start flooding that chat with y'all favorite pairs. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend as always, man. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Oh, I did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Let get the audio right. Boom, boom, boom. I got my mic live and direct. Me, I know we getting more professional day by day with this shit, man. We finna turn this shit into podcast and all type of shit. We're going crazy. All right. We're going crazy. CJ, keep flooding y'all favorite pairs in the chat, family. I know we're gonna rock out. Go ahead and knock out 5 of them call today. We finna have an amazing week in these markets. All right. It's a couple things I want to definitely take a look at, which I'll show y'all towards the end. But for right now, once again, go ahead and drop all y'all favorite pairs in the chat. And we will get started in a few minutes. It's 9:11. I'm gonna give everybody 2 minutes to go ahead and flood in and start dropping y'all pairs. We're gonna get started. Mr. Two Slipper, nigga. Mr. Two Ski. The CJ, Bitcoin, EU, Gold, Naj, GJ, CJ. Okay, for sure. Y'all coming with it. Say less. Say less. I see UJ from the IG Live. Say less. I mean, from the YouTube. Say less. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Give everybody one more minute to get ready. We're going to get started at 9:13. All right. Hey, you. For sure, for sure, for sure. How I sound right now, fam? Y'all can hear me live and direct right now. Give me a one in the chat. If my shit sound a little bit clearer than it usually did before, let me know. Y'all can hear me live and y'all can hear me direct right now. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. All right. Very clear. Good. Real clean. Better than usual, right? Better than normal. For sure. Good. I'm glad I didn't waste no money. A real expensive microphone right here. CHF JPY, let's do it then, family. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. Turn this music down. All right, let's do it, fam. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to start recording this call for the game. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, family, today is Sunday, September 15th. We are here for our weekly market outlook. All right, we're live on YouTube once again, so shout out to everybody that's on the YouTube channel as well. By all means, don't be afraid to share this link with y'all fellow traders. All right, it's 100% free. It's going to be done every Sunday on YouTube right here on our Certified Snipers YouTube channel. If you want to come get this money with us weekly for free, and so all you got to do is come tap in and share the link. All right, got my VIP squad on here as well, man. We about 12 deep right now. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started, man. Weekly market outlook. Let's do it. All right. First pair I see, CJ. I'm assuming that's CHF JPY just because I got so many CHF JPYs in the chat. Let's go ahead and knock it out. Top down analysis. Ooh. Guarantee you we get some retracements bullish this week for sure. For sure. All right. We're gonna start off at a weekly time frame as always. All right, y'all know everything we do is gonna be based off of that higher time frame. In case we're just trying to figure out where price is trying to take us right now. You do what I'm saying? So let's see. Let me check the monthly just before I even. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing. All right, so a couple things stick out to me. First things first, we just took out monthly sell side liquidity. All right, so and obviously we don't know how this candle is going to close, but once we coming down to the weekly, we start coming down to the daily. This is going to make a lot more sense as far as why price stopped where it stopped that last week, et cetera, et cetera. So for right now, the only thing that the monthly is telling me is that we just sold down to go grab sell side liquidity. Thing about CHF JPY was it's not like the rest of the JPY pairs. This bitch was at new all-time highs. So there's nothing to the left that we can look at and be like, oh, she just grabbed liquidity, whatever the case is. We just got to go with the flow. And as of right now, the flow has been bearish for the last month or two. You see what I'm saying? All the JPYs did a major pivot within the last two, three months. All the other JPY pairs have some type of premium array on top of price, no matter if it was like old buy side liquidity that got grabbed, the old FVG that got filled. That's the reason why they're selling. This one right here is just, new all-time highs. She's just following suit with the JPY, so we're just going to keep following suit until we can't follow suit no more. You see what I'm saying? So once again, only thing that really sticks out to me here is the fact that we just grab sell side liquidity. All right, if she wants to keep it pushing, the next obvious area will be down here. You see what I'm saying? But we'll worry about that if she shows hand that she wants to get down there. It's a lot of confirmation that we'll need to see before we know that she wants to continue bearish, because once again, this bitch has been pushing. So we're going to see if this leads to a bullish retracement for the week or not. All right. Bring the same information and come down to the weekly time frame. Okay. We can see these lows a lot cleaner as far as where she just, where she just reacted off of. You know what I'm saying? Taking out both of these sets of equal lows. Now, we already knew. You see what I'm saying? We're looking at the JPY pairs for the last few weeks. All these equal lows right here was going to be our targets. You know what I mean? CHF, JPY, CAD, JPY, GJ. We all knew these motherfuckers was going to sell, and all these niggas had equal lows below price. So we watched this shit deliver all the way downtown to come get these lows. You see what I'm saying? So good patience on you guys for everybody that's been bearish with me. You see what I'm saying? catching major sell moves. I think we caught one major sell on CAD JPY here. Okay. After she took out these highs, y'all remember that signal I gave you guys inside of this fair value gap, which was last week. All right, she came up there, filled in that gap, took out all these equal highs, broke structure bearish, gave the FVG fill. The rest was history. You know what I mean? So that was our analysis for the last couple of weeks. And once again, she finally got down to our target. All right. So coming down to the daily, now it's a few more things that sticks out to me because I want to know if we're going to go on some bullish retracement type time this week, all right, or are we going to continue selling? I think we go bullish this week, and the reason behind that saying is because you got to look where we're sitting at or where we're like inducing right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see that low right there? All right, so we have an old swing low right here on the daily that, as you can see, that's equal. All right, so we know we're going to get one more sell off. What's right below that swing low, family? Somebody talk to me real quick. What's right below the low?
Inversion.
Inversion. Can you get a little bit more specific? It's inversion and what else?
Bull FVG.
You say it again. What you say?
Bull FVG.
Bull FVG. So we got an inversion and a bull FVG in the same area. What's that called?
Balanced price range.
Let's do it. All right. So we already know exactly what the market is on right now. You see what I'm saying? I think this is where we get our buy from this week. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not going to sleep on the fact that we could potentially still continue to go bearish. I mean, there's a lot of sell side down here. So I'm not sleeping on the fact that we can still go bearish like after this retracement. I just don't believe that we'll sell all the way through this without giving a retracement, especially seeing how literally for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days straight she sold without giving no retracement. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we're going to have to come get something like that little daily FVG right there, something. You dig what I'm saying? So once again, I don't believe that she will sell right through this balanced price range. Y'all know how much of a major role these plays in price. I think that this gives bare minimum a bullish retracement, you know what I mean, up to that gap right there in which we can start looking for buys. All right. From there, I would definitely sit on my hands once she gets to this daily gap right here, just to make sure that she doesn't want to go bearish or not. Like I'm a TP all my entries in here. If she takes out the daily gap, y'all know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? We're going to go a little bit higher. She did leave us equal highs on the chart. Once we start coming down to the lower time frame, you'll see that. Okay, so let's come down to the 4. And like I say, she did leave equal highs on the chart. So even if price wanted to continue going bearish, right? You already know that before she makes another impulsive move, what does she want to do first? What she want to do first? Talk to me. If price is still bearish and she wants to give me another impulsive sell leg, what do you think needs to happen with price first? What happens every single time?
She got to take out liquidity.
You got to take out liquidity. All right. Where's the liquidity at? I can look at this chart right here and tell you exactly where everybody sold at, where everybody stop losses at. So if we go bullish this week, I know exactly where the target's at. I'm taking it right here to these equal highs. What's right on top of those equal highs? The daily fair value. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. My apologies. The rest of this daily fair value. I wanted to make sure I was precise before I said that. All right. But the rest of this daily FVG, right? That, as y'all can see, she didn't even get 50% of it for real. That could potentially be inducement right there. We'll know if she wants to get up here once we get to this daily gap here. All right, so to dumb all this down so I don't sound confusing, we're going to probably be looking for buys this week after she sells off. Okay, and we'll look to take it here. She takes out that daily gap, she goes and get those equal highs right there, and that's easy money. To be honest, I think she's going to take out that gap just to go get those highs. I don't think she's going to leave that on the table. All right, I think we'll be bullish until that happens, but we'll know that for 100% fact once she takes out this daily gap here. All right. But y'all already know, looking at this chart right now, am I looking for buys right now? Yes or no? Am I looking for buys right now?
No.
No. What do I need to see, gang?
You got to see some type of liquidity get taken out, right?
Most definitely, right? So if we know exactly where the liquidity is at, right? We already identified that these equal lows that she stopped short of last week with the balanced price range right below it, right? Which means you guys sit on your hands and you be patient and you wait until price gives me this gap right here, preferably 50%. Anywhere below that, y'all know what time it is. Let's do it. And from here, I start looking for my bullish confirmations, breaking structure bullish, and take that bitch up there. All right, once again, I TP majority of my entries here. I see if she wants to close on top of that. She closes on top of that. We go from here, up to there. And then I'm really chilling. You know what I mean? Because I know that if we get here, we're probably going to go take out that high too and go get the rest of this FVG. You know what I mean? So we got a long way to go. You know what I mean? It all starts with this daily fair value gap right here. That's what's going to tell us if we really, really go bullish. But once again, I don't believe that price will sell all the way through this gap without giving some type of retracement. It's already been hella bearish. Y'all can see the daily chart. You know what I mean? It ain't been one daily bullish day. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're due for a retracement, but it's not going to happen before price takes out these lows. She's playing inducement games right now. You see what I'm saying? She wants everybody to start buying these equal lows. They're going to put a stop loss right here inside the gap. Exactly what we wanted to do. From there, we're going to look to buy their ass up. So, like I always tell y'all to do every week, I'm about to put an alert at 50% of this gap. All right. Once it goes off, you guys can probably enter before I call the signal. You already know I'm going to call the signal once I see what I want to see. You guys can probably catch a sniper before me. You never know. Follow suit. Identify your daily balance price range and put that alert at 50%. All right, from there, that's when we're going to start looking for these pivots to pop off. Down here, let me get a little break of structure bullish action. She's probably going to, y'all see this little daily gap that's right here? All right, shit, that's not finished yet. We got to wait until today's candle closes tomorrow at 6. All right, but once that closes, we'll probably have a gap right here. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to lead to some shit like this. Get on top of that. Retest that, go here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a million confirmations that we can have to take this bitch uptown. You know what I mean? But saying all that to say, we're definitely looking for price to sell off one more time. Come tap these lows, get the daily FVG, and then from there, we're going to go bullish to come and get this motherfucker right here, bare minimum. All right? We all on the same page with CHF, JPY. Let me get a one in chat. Let me know how we rocking out, man. Easy money? Ones in the chat. For sure. That's a bit. All right, on to the next one. EU. Where's my baby? Niggas probably looking at my charts like, damn, well, you look at a lot of shit. I promise y'all. It's only because I got 160 plus students over here. That's why. All right. Euro USD, we're looking pretty bullish to me. Yeah, we're buying Euro USD this week. I mean, this is it. That's pretty simple to understand. All right, you want to know why it's so simple? Because it's all right, let's literally talk about it. We're gonna come down to the weekly first. All right, just to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Okay. So looking at this weekly time frame, you can see there was a swing high right here. Okay, and price did use that high right there to sell off. All right, but once we go down to the lower time frame, you're going to see that sell-off that came from that swing high was only a retracement. Okay, that's leading to where price is at now. You dig what I'm saying? So we got this right here going on. Okay, we see price retrace down last week. Who can tell me where price? Who can use their smart money eye and tell me where price stopped that last week on the noggin without me having to draw this bitch up? Where did price sell off to? The last couple of weeks, that price has been selling after she took out that little high right there. Where did she stop at down there? You got 30 seconds. Use that smart money out. Inversion FVG, correct. All right. Look all the way over here. All right. We got that old gap. All right here. So you get a perfect break and retest of the fair value gap. All right. And that right there lets you know exactly what type time price is on. Look at how last week's candle closed. Boom. That's a run on stops. Once we come down to the daily time frame, it starts getting a little bit more pretty for me. Now I can see that daily. I see the daily FVGs that lined up with the weekly. I see another inversion fair value gap right here on the daily that she retested off of. Couple that with all these gaps over here. This is now a balanced price range. Plus an order block tap right here. So this is a million reasons to look for buys off of right there. And what made it even better as far as our confirmation is at this point, I don't need to wait for nothing. I already know that she's bullish. I'm just waiting on the next pullback. All right. What does she leave us right up in here? That lets me know, oh, yeah, it's time to go. What does she leave us in here? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. What does she leave me right up in here? Somebody, anybody. Another FVG. JP, come on with it. Mo, come on with it. Mark it up. Balanced price range, family. 2 FVG stacked right beside each other. That's the buy. Take it up to these highs all the way up here. All right, it's picture perfect. It's picture perfect. Like weekly FVG, perfect retest, little baby ass daily fair value that's right here, coupled with the one all the way to the left. That's a balanced price range, plus an order block, plus a run on liquidity. All right, price taking out that low and then breaking structure bullish by violating that fair value gap right there and leaving me another one right beside it. Balanced price range, I want to buy right there. All right, so with that being said, I think y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm gonna come down to a lower time frame real quick and see if there's anything else that I can add on to this. You know what I mean? As far as like getting a more precise entry. But I mean, to be honest, like we can go off this daily alone and be able to tear their ass up. All right, let's go down to a lower time frame though to see if there's anything else popping off. All right. That 4-hour motherfucker right there looks green bean. That 4-hour balance price range right here. That and below anyway, because there's another balance price range right here too. So you got two balance price ranges to take advantage of. Let's see what, of course, the most obvious one is going to be to take this one. Excuse me. Take this one down here. You know what I mean? That would be the most, obviously be the best entry for us. You see what I'm saying? At the same time, it's all about does she retrace all the way down here or not? Now, I'm not going to lie. It's literally 3 FVGs right here in the exact same area. 1, okay, 2, and 3. So I do think she'll come down here. I'm not going to lie. All right, so I'm going to give y'all a buy limit down there, okay? But in the meantime, I want to keep the daily time frame in mind. I want to keep the daily because remember, higher time frame rules all. And that's what can potentially make price not get down there. Y'all see what I'm saying? So let me show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna delete this weekly gap. Y'all know where we at with it. And I'm gonna just bring it down to the daily. And then look here with it. All right. So my balanced price range is here. Remember where the gap stack is where the snipes is at. So I'm only identifying where the gap stack up at. All right. Notice how I'm not getting the gap is not all the way filled. All right. Because I don't care about all the way down there. I only care about where they stack at. That's where the snipes is at. And then I'm gonna get 50% of that. All right, I'll go ahead and draw my alert. But this is what I mean when I say once I come down to the lower time frame, you may see that price may not want to come all the way down here. Let's see the 4 again. See what I mean? See where the balance price range is at? It's right here in this 4-hour thing. So you may potentially get prices pivot off of here and go and leave this one right here as a breakaway gap. You may also see, which I really think what's going to happen here. This is what I believe is going to happen. Okay. I believe that price retraces down, all right, and price closes inside of this fair value gap, but the wicks go down here. That's what I think. I think the wicks are going to do the damage. I think we may sit in here and play games for a little bit, and then price flashes down real quick, wicks this balance price range right here, and then takes off like that. That's what I think is going to happen. And price action is going to end up looking something like that. You see what I'm saying? She probably used this right here to start inducing people to start entering that buy. And then flash down here. The daily candle will still close inside of this gap, but you're going to see a little baby wick that comes downhill. That's what I believe is going to happen. You're going to get market structure like this. All right, so I'm going to give y'all a buy limit right down here. I'm going to put my alert right here. See, it's a big difference. All right, I'm not just trying to buy it right here. I know that price can go a little bit deeper, but I'm going to put a buy limit right there. So if she comes down there, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? I just put in a limit right here so I can start watching price just to see if she wants to go. But 9 times out of 10, once again, this is what's going to happen right here. All right. She'll get that deep retracement. Let's use a Fibonacci as well. Fib from high to low. Notice where that the lower balance price range rests at 618 OTE. I'm telling you, but that's what's going to end up happening. I'm telling you, we're going to come back to this car right here on Friday and be like, I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all this bottom right here on gold. Gold, Euro USD. Let's do it. Let's go Euro USD buy limit. At price point. All right. Let's go 1.10404. 1.10404. Stop right below the lows. Hey, personal mentorship students that's on this call. What's this low right here called? CS, y'all should know this too, to keep it honest. Now, we went over this a few months ago. What's this low right here called? The low that ran the stops. What's it called?
Intermediate.
Intermediate. All right. So you got the swing low right here. This is the low that ran the stops. All right. So ain't no reason for price to come back downhill. And ain't no FVG over here. You see that? Now, we ain't going nowhere but up. But these highs right here finna get clapped this week. All right. SL right here, this intermediate turn swing low 1.10039. TP will take it back to where she just came from real quick. I'm gonna give y'all some scalp TPs once she activates. Y'all just need to see what price action looks like. For right now, I give y'all these TPs. 1.110. I get dyslexic when I'm typing this shit out. TP, give me these highs up here. All right, 1.11540. JP said, yes, sir. JP on that. It's his belt. Her belt. She on that. Let me see. 1.11680. All right. And whatever else she wants to give a shit. Keep it right here for right now. That's a good account flipper regardless. And she gives those continuations, you'll know we'll catch all types of re-entries throughout the week. As long as this analysis goes where we need it to go, and what we're gonna tell her ass up. All right, so don't even worry about it. For right now, this is the play. Let's keep this daily in mind because remember, we trying to get this bitch to come all the way uphill with it and eventually get up to those weekly highs. So we can potentially have a few weeks of bullishness right up. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to get in on the second leg of this whole move to buy and hold this bitch. So we can get wicked, family. All right, get this buy limit in. Anybody got any questions? Give me twos in the chat if we locked in on that. All right, that's the buy limit. Twos in the chat if we locked in on Euro USD. Come on. There's twos all over the place, but they letting them bitches fly. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Somebody just joined CS. Is that you that just joined CS? The person that just talked to Marcel, did you just join? Or am I tweaking? I promise you I just got a notification with that same name. Everybody say welcome to CS, Marcel. He or she, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? You have to clear that up for me. Yeah, I mean, but everybody say welcome to CS. Yeah, I mean, you literally just joined like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, I hop right on the call. And she already understands that play off the flap. Give me twos off the flap. Welcome to CS. Welcome on. Hey, there we go. Appreciate you, my nigga. Let's do it. I mean, that name is unisex. Just like I be telling the nigga. I mean, welcome to the game. Now, welcome home. All right. Buy limits down here. Let's do it. All right. Next pair. Welcome to the game, brother. No cap. All right. Gold, Nas 100. I'm feeling good, man. I may just knock out all these bitches, man. Welcome to the team, man. All right, gold. Ooh-wee. Where's she at now, baby? New all-time highs. All right, new all-time highs. Now, granted, she left these bitches right here on the table for me, which really pissed me off because that is what I was waiting for me to get you guys in position for the buy. You dig what I'm saying? Was price taking out these lows over here, but she blasted off. So, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing I can do about that at that point. You know what I mean? I low-key missed out on this move. I know some of y'all caught it. You see what I'm saying? I seen y'all going crazy in the chat last week. But I told you guys to look for price to run the lows of the range before we look for buys. And she left them on the table. You see what I'm saying? So I can't really do nothing about that at that point. That's just one of those rare case scenarios when price leaves those equal lows. You know what I mean? So if she's that bullish and she's on that, once again, we just hit 25.82. We finna go to 26. You dig what I'm saying? So if we own it like that and the price pushing like that, then what's the only thing that we can do? Especially if we never been this high before. Only thing we can do is go with the flow. You dig what I'm saying? So if she's giving bullishness and we don't got nothing else to go off of, then that's just what it is. All right, so let's get ready to get in a position for buys. All right. Once again, y'all have to understand the risk. Everybody understand that risk will come with trade when new all-time highs. You don't know when price is going to say fucking and go bearish for a big ass retracement. You never know when that's going to happen. All you can do is go off of context clues that the market gives you. So as of right now, y'all already know what I'm finna do. I'm looking for the gap. All right, big ass daily gap right here. I want 50% bare minimum. So I'm gonna draw that line at 50%. But no, I'm not just telling y'all to buy that. Y'all already know the routine. All right, the price sells below that gap. She's going bearish, and these equal lows right here are clap. You see what I'm saying? So in this case scenario, yes, I'm more bullish than anything. Not only did we take out new all-time highs, but we closed all the way above them bitches. Like, this ain't no wick. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this is a real deal. Price closed and impulsively went for 1, 2, and we on our third day of bullishness. You see what I'm saying? Even though today is Sunday. But y'all get the point I'm trying to make. This ain't no liquidity run. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm definitely more bullish than anything. However, you don't know and I don't know what's going to happen because we've never been as high before. So we usually give you guys a buy limit right here, especially if price would have took out that low. All right. However, she didn't do it. So I'm more cautious, even though I'm confident on bullishness, I'm more cautious than anything for multiple reasons. Okay. So once again, I don't want to be a buyer unless she gives me a full retracement. Y'all already know how I rock as far as like waiting price to get the discount. You know what I mean? So buying while price is anywhere up here is absolutely insane to me. You know what I mean? If we're bullish, then we're going to get the low of the week somewhere down here inside this gap. You know what I mean? And that will lead to price giving continuations. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, once again, bullish, but I'm waiting for price to give a retracement and I'm waiting for confirmations. Y'all see that 4-hour gap that lines up with a daily that coincidentally sits right at 50% of that daily motherfucker? That's where you want to be looking at. You see what I'm saying? So y'all see I got my alert right here. I advise y'all to do the same. And once price gets down here, this is where I start looking for my pivot moves. Now you need to be careful. Once again, it's so much sell side liquidity over here. Trend line and equal lows that you cannot ignore that. No matter if price is bullish or not, I don't give a fuck. You can't ignore that. So be cautious when you're looking for your buys. I'm gonna be very cautious as well. Because if she shows hand and tries to go bearish, I swear to God, you know exactly why, boy. She ain't finna lead us on the table, especially if she closes below that gap. All right, so I'm like 75-25 bullish, right? But I'm still very, very cautious on my 75, if that makes sense. Like, y'all will know what that means when price gets down. All right, so what I would do is I would go ahead and put my alert right here, 50% of that, 50% of the daily gap, or go to your 4-hour time frame and find that 4-hour gap, alert it up, wait for price to pull back. Let's see if we can get continuations or a sell down to come get the sell side. One or the other. All right, once again, more bullish than anything, but cannot ignore all the sell side liquidity that rests right below price. It's literally right below the shit. So we'll see what she wants to do once price returns down to our 4-hour gap. Until then, I will sit on my hands, family. Don't do nothing. Look at the lower time frame. Don't you dare be a buyer. Nope. Don't you dare be a buyer before price pulls back. All these equal lows, all of them. That's what I'm saying. I know price can give a retracement. It's all about how far she sells because she left too much sell side liquidity on the table as she bought up. You dig what I'm saying? So we'll know the whole shebang once again once we got them get down to just 50%, motherfucker. You dig? Wasn't a chat for gold. All right. Put your alerts. Be cautious. Look for the continuation. Also look for a reversal. You know what I mean? It's like you just need to watch price action. Y'all understand? But don't watch price action until it gets here. I ain't telling y'all to sell to get down here. I ain't telling y'all to do none of that. I say be patient. Wait for price to get here. All right. 2's in chat. Or 1's in chat. Whatever. Let me know how we feeling. For sure. All right, once again, since we're dealing with a new all-time high range, we definitely just have to be cautious, bro. If anything, I'm a buyer. But if she so happens to you understand exactly why. Yeah, I mean, and we just get on the opposite side of the market. Like, that's why I'm not just telling y'all to buy it right here. I'm telling y'all to wait for price to get there and then rock out based on the information that she gives you there. All right. Check the chat. All right, so we got gold. We did CJ. I don't even know what else we did, man. Let me see what else we got. Nas, let's do it. Bullish or bearish, daily time frame. Somebody talk to me right now. Somebody talk to me. I'm talking about unmute the mic and tell me.
Bearish.
Bearish? All right, let's talk about it. Let's get up in here. Tell me why you believe bearish. Let's talk about it.
Sitting in the bearish FVG, and it didn't take out that swing low.
We're sitting inside of a bearish FVG. All right, so we're sitting inside it, or did we close on top of it? Let's come down to a lower time frame. Come down to a lower time frame. Come down to a 4 hour. See all equal highs right here? See that FVG that's right on top? We got to go get that, family. We have to. You see what I'm saying? Now, it could have been a little bit like, now there is an FVG right here that we need to be very, very cautious of. But even then, that's on top of these equal highs, bro. So even if we go bearish, which I'm not even saying that you're wrong, because you never know what's going to happen once price takes out these highs, but we got to go get them high first. You see what I'm saying? Now, we got all this buy side liquidity right here that rests on top of price. Okay. In a perfect world, okay, she'll go ahead and retrace ass down before taking out these highs. So what we will want her to do is do a game set and go ahead and start selling now. Leave these highs on the table for buy side liquidity. Induce these highs. You know what I mean? Make everybody believe that these highs is going to hold weight. You dig what I'm saying? From there, we get a retracement. Now, what sits right at 50% of this fair value of this daily inversion? This daily FVG right here. Now we got a balanced price range, plus this one down here as well. So I got all this imbalance down here. Some of this is going to have to get filled. You know what I mean? If not all of it. So a deep retracement is definitely a thing. You see what I'm saying? Like a very, very deep retracement, no matter how long it goes. Like this bitch can stop at 50. I don't think she'll stop at 50 though. I think we get all the way down to filling the whole thing just because of all the imbalance that rests right here. All right. However, y'all gonna see me put an alert right here. And what we're looking for price to do is give a pullback before taking out these highs, so we can have an easy buy side liquidity target. So give a retracement no matter how low she gets down up in here, and then turn that ass around and come get those highs. That's what we'll want to see. Okay, now if she does something like this right here, and she comes up to these highs, takes them out, and then starts to reverse, especially with this inversion gap right here, that's when we can potentially like really get in position for sales based off of that. Because we know that these gaps are going to have to get filled, bro. She's not going to go too crazy without coming back to get this. You see what I'm saying? So no matter which way she plays out, this FVG, this big ass inversion, all these daily gaps below price is going to tell us a lot as far as like what price does. Similar to gold, just all about waiting for the pullback. You see what I'm saying? 4 hour big ass inversion right here. Okay. This big ass 4 hour gap right here is probably where I have my eyes at, just because it's so big, bro. It's so much imbalance that needs to get filled right here. I'll definitely have my eyes glued here. I ain't trying to confuse everybody with all my stacked up gaps. I'm just trying to keep the daily time frame in perspective while coming down to the lower. Okay. I know that before I do anything with Nas, this motherfucker has to pull back. I'm not doing anything until she gives me something like this. Okay. So once again, it's either I'm looking for the buy based off of the pullback. If she can start pulling back before taking out those highs, that would be the most ideal scenario for me to start looking to buy this bitch. All right, anywhere down here, 50% and below, it's fair game, to let's get it. All right. However, this is like scenario A. All right. Scenario B would be her like going ahead and going up early in the week, going to get that daily inversion gap that we just identified, and then from there, like she starts coming down here to get these gaps. Well, if that's the case, then we can catch positions for sales, like to get a little scalp down here. Now, either way it goes, like as far as like if she goes up here first or she comes down here first, either way it goes, I'm very confident in the fact that from this gap right here, we can continue to go bullish, no matter if she comes down here first or not. I believe that this motherfucker is going to hold his weight. This daily FVG is going to hold his weight. This is going to continue this bullish trend because it's too much buy side liquidity on top of price. We already did our deep ass sell off. You know what I mean? Just come sell us the weekly, make sure ain't nothing I'm missing. All right. Big ass weekly inversion. We're gonna close on top of that bitch as well. There's nothing left on top of the price to grab but buy side liquidity. All right. So with that being said, I'll definitely expect the price to respect this motherfucker right here and keep pushing up to that buy side. Okay, no matter if she comes down there first or not. We got two ideal scenarios. All right, for the last time. Once again, she retraces down first. We look for buys down here, then look take it up to those highs. Or price uses these highs to then go down there and get the gap. If that's the case, then we can sell to get down there. It's all about which way she wants to rock out first. All right, so we need to be patient, wait for the play, and then we'll rock out. But everything is based off of this 50%. So y'all see me put 2 alerts on price. I'm gonna put one at 50, just so I can look at there and below. And I'm gonna put one at these highs. And whichever one gets activated first tells me which way I'm gonna be looking to potentially take price. Easy enough. All right. So it's all about being patient on this one, similar to being patient on gold. You see what I'm saying? Like, only difference is Nas ain't at new all-time highs. It's clear buy side liquidity on top of price. You know what I mean? So similar ballpark, we're just waiting for the bull back. But once again, big bullish on this motherfucker. We got to be patient and wait for the setup. All right. Twos for Nas. You understand where I'm coming at and why I'm coming with it? Get some twos in the chat. Twos, only 3, for sure. Come on. That's a bit. All right. Go back up to this chat. Like, we already did CJ, we did Nas, we did Gold, we did EU. AU. We'll do AU and then we'll do Bitcoin and get up out of it. All right. AU is probably gonna be a similar ballpark to EU. The only difference between AU and EU is actually she did close the top of this gap, so okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Only difference between AU and EU is she done already did the pullback. Right? Like this inversion right here, she done already closed on top of it and then did the pullback into it on Friday. You dig what I'm saying? So you may get one more daily pullback to come get the daily FVG that she's about to create once today's candle closes, similar to how EU needs to create that daily FVG. You know what I mean? From there, I think we go bullish slap like EU. You know what I mean? It's going to correlate exactly the same. If EU goes up, AU goes up. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking for one more pullback. I mean, shit. And then you can see it's clear. There you run on stops. Price taking out all these lows. We just broke structure bullish. Come down to the 1 hour. She did the exact same thing, taking out that low. All right. On broke structure bullish. We just retrace inside the gaps. Only thing is she's leaving equal lows right here now. So you already know what time it is with that. That's one more pullback potentially inside of the daily gap she left before we get to pushing. What's the side of the daily gap? A 1 hour inversion. All right. Actually, a 1 hour balanced price range right here. I'm gonna put an alert right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna put an alert right here. Okay. It's right inside of the daily inversion. All right. And inside, not the daily inversion, but daily fair value gap is right below price. And then once again, just me zooming inside of that daily fair value gap coming down to the 1 hour, I can then see that there is one FVG, 2 FVG stacked right on top of each other. That's below 50% of my daily. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So anywhere inside this gap is going to be fair game, obviously. But the sniper entry is going to be inside this daily inversion balanced price range. You can come get that. All right. This 1 hour joint right here. All right. So similar to EU, we're looking for one more pullback. Let this bitch come down here and take out these little lows. All right. Run that. Come and get that daily gap real quick. Then we get the blasting off. All type of buy side liquidity here. Equal highs. It's a whole trend line right here. So everybody else gonna be looking to sell that bitch on the next pull up. We're gonna clap their ass on the way up. All right. Look for the pull down here. Get these areas marked up on your charts. I'm gonna identify this 1 hour gap right here as well. All right. I'm just putting 2 alerts on here. All right, because anywhere in between that 1 hour low right there, which is a 1 hour fair value gap here, and then the balanced price range is over here, anywhere in between that, which coincidentally, what's in the middle of both of these ranges? 50%, which is at 50% of both of these ranges. Like, I don't know if y'all can see what I'm seeing right here, but all I see is correlation. That's all I see. You know what I mean? Everything's just lining up mathematically. You know what I'm saying? Geometrically, everything lining up. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that you can't ignore. Definitely looking for the next pullback before we blast off to come get all this buy side liquidity up here. And the buy side liquidity pull on AU looks way cleaner than the one on EU. Like this trend line right here is clean. Clean. You know what I mean? All these highs right here, they clean as a whistle too. You know what I mean? Look, it actually looks better than EU when it comes to the buy side liquidity. So that's what I'm saying. Like these bitches gonna get blasted real soon. It's all about how we can get in position to do that. And I don't want to be in position unless price run stops. Where's the stops? Right here. All right. Look for price to pull back, dog ass up for that buy. One's in the chat for AUD USD. Understand what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about it. I'm glad this microphone sounds good, bro. I really am. That's what's up. One's in the chat, you understand what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about it. I mean, it's the word. Slap bet. All right. Go ahead and do Bitcoin. I'm gonna give y'all a couple announcements and then we'll get up out of here. All right, Bitcoin. Okay. So looking at where we are sitting at right now. Okay. A lot of buy side liquidity that rests up here. All right. Yeah, I know Biddy got a mind of her own. This motherfucker do whatever the hell she wants to do. All right, so we got this buy side liquidity pool right here with the balanced price range that rests on top of that, which is why we'll be looking for buys inside of where we just pulled down to. Okay. We're inside of this 4-hour gap. All right, we damn near filled this bitching all the way. Okay, if I come back to the daily, that also lines up with this daily FVG right here. You feel what I'm saying? So this is where I will start looking for the pivot moves to pop off at. All right, I will look for this confirmation. Look at all the buy side liquidity left up there, like as far as that trend line goes. You know what I mean? So it's all about when she's going to wear out on the sell momentum. I think it can happen down here inside the low end of this daily gap. So I would look for price to give that lower time frame market structure shift down here. All right, run these motherfuckers and then get up here for the break of structure, catch that next pullback, and then we run. Okay. However, if she does not react off this gap like how y'all want to, you got to keep in mind, bro. This motherfucker left all this sell side on the table over here. All right, these relatively equal lows right here. You know what I mean? So if that's the part, if that's what she wants to do, she'll close below that gap and that'll tell you. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't think that's going to happen. It's also a balanced price range. Y'all see the 2-hour over here, right? Multiple. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, and now 4. So this is a very, very balanced price range right here. Like this could be a very, very pivotal moment in Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? We just need to kind of wait for that confirmation because once again, y'all know Bitcoin got a mind of her own. You see what I'm saying? She'll do whatever the fuck she wants to do. All right. So with that being said, start looking for that pivot move right down here. If you're going to be a buyer, I'll put my stop somewhere down here below this 4-hour gap. All right. Let her give her room to dance inside this gap, do whatever she needs to do. But me personally, if I was going to enter, I would once again wait for price to run some type of stops. You see how she's trying to create a set of equal lows down here? You see what I'm saying? So I would let price like flash down one more time and then look for that break of structure bullish. And then from there, like start aiming for all this lower time frame liquidity because she left so much. Like I don't think she pierced highs one time. You know what I'm saying? Left them on the table, left these on the table, left these on the table, left these on the table. And then now we just left these on the table right here as well. So it's like, bro, she's telling you that eventually I'm gonna turn around and get the wallet. And it's gonna end. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen somewhere down here where we're sitting at right now. You know what I mean? So look for your confirmation to enter. All right. Once again, those equal lows right there are a little suspect. Y'all know how Bitcoin get. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm going to personally be looking for to enter the buy. It's one more flash down and then price giving me that break of structure move on a lower time frame. But once again, if she's going to look to get bullish, it should happen from where we're sitting at right now. You know what I mean? She don't got much more room. They'd be bullshitting on sales before she goes bullish if this is where we're going to be reacting at. You know what I'm saying? If she closes below this gap, then once again, start looking for sell side to get around. All right. This 4-hour gap is just way too clean, though. It's way too clean. All right, so look for buys from where we're sitting at. All right. Don't just empty the clip right now. Wait for your confirmation. All right. But once she shows hand, which should happen somewhere down here where we're sitting at now, see how she already trying to got them get wicked for that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But it's just not as clean for me because she ain't run no stops like how I would personally want her to. You know what I mean? So take the shit how y'all want to take it, family, but look for the buys down here to get that pivot move up to these next sets of highs up here with that FVG on top of a balanced price range up here. Now, once price gets on top of this high right here, if and when price gets on top of 154, that buy is gonna be flying. All right, because when it comes to these gaps and how big this gap is, bro, it's nothing stopping price from buying. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no resistance up here. It's a slap gap. It's gonna act like a vacuum for price. So once price gets up here, oh, that bitch is gone until we get up to what? At least like 63. She's flying. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about when we get that market structure shift on top of that high, which is coming soon. Again, once again, I believe she's going to come from where we're sitting at down here right now. That bitch is still pushing. You know what I'm saying? So just look for your confirmation to enter, family, from down here. That bitch is still trying to go. All right. Tools in the chat for Bitcoin. You understand what I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. All right. I feel like this is a beautiful area. That's why y'all see me drop in the chat like an hour before we got on the call. This will be a good area to get a look for buys inside this gap. You know what I mean? And now I just broke down a while. So let me know how we feeling. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. That's a bet, fam. All right. Before I give my announcements for the week, because that's all the pairs. Is there anything else I'm missing out on? Is there any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that we went over on today's call? You know what I mean? Is anybody confused on anything? Please let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know how we feeling. Let me know how we rocking. Y'all don't gotta drop nothing else in the chat if you don't got no questions or nothing like that. All right, bet. So before I even go to Forex Factor, I got to talk about our schedule for this week because, as you all know, especially for my VIP members, I've been telling y'all like I flew out to New York. You see what I'm saying? That flight is on Tuesday, and I'm gonna be out there in New York from Tuesday to Thursday. All right. It's only a 2-day flight, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go talk with this company called WAP about a potential partnership. You know what I mean? They done flew me out there. Everything's like an all-inclusive trip. You know what I mean, to Brooklyn, and then the niggas are gonna be out there in Times Square, and they got this whole thing set up for me. I'm not sure what the details is. I don't know if this is an interview. All they said is they got a surprise for me. They want me to meet the team. So I'm gonna be out there, and I didn't get it. I don't have an itinerary yet as far as like what time everything is gonna be popping off. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be busy and when I'm not going to be busy for this little trip. Like I'm not sure when they're going to have me hemmed up or not. However, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and say now that my flight is Tuesday morning, which is usually when we trade. You see what I'm saying? So probably not gonna be able to run that AM session call on Tuesday. However, if I touch down on time and once I get my schedule, I can be a little bit more specific on what times we can trade this week, family. All I know as of right now is I fly out Tuesday morning and I get back Thursday night. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I can go off of what I know now, but please be patient with me as far as exactly what times we're going to trade live this week. Yes, we're going to trade live. I don't care if it's London session. You see what I'm saying? But I just need to know what that itinerary looks like once I get out there, so I can have free time to trade with you guys. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get on Forex Factory. I'm gonna give you guys your specific times you guys should be looking for as well for all my traders. All right, red folders and whatnot. And then once I get a little bit more information on this itinerary, I can give you guys more specific times on what times we can look to trade. All right. And once again, I appreciate all the patience and I appreciate everybody that's been, showing love in the WAP community. You know what I mean? That shit definitely got us put on the map. You know what I mean? Now certified snipers is actually one of the front runners for this promo that they got going on where they're trying to get 200,000 new subscribers to WAP within the next month. They put our community right on the front page. You dig what I'm saying? So shit is getting crazy when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that's been showing love in the WAP community, giving those 5-star reviews, being honest as far as what people getting here, you know what I mean? Letting people know the do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? By all means, if you haven't already dropped some type of review or a 5-star, anything in WAP, and it's in your heart to do so, by all means, you know what I mean? Please do. You know what I mean? The more eyes that we get on us, the more that we can change the world with this trading shit, but y'all know how we get. You see what I'm saying? So y'all know my whole goal, and we're definitely on the way to do so with this partnership that's potentially about to happen. And of course, you guys showing love again. So once again, thank you guys. And then once again, if it's within your heart to do so, by all means, slide to that WAP, leave that 5-star review or a 4-star review, whatever. Be honest. You know what I mean? Don't just gas me because I'm telling you to. You know what I mean? If it's a 2-star, 3-star, go say that. You know what I mean? But all we need is honesty up there. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want nobody trying to gas nothing, acting like it's better than what it is. But everybody know what's going on up here in CS. We cash out. All right, so we're gonna keep doing so. Thank you guys again. All right. Now, with all that being said, all right, no red photos Monday. Okay, so y'all already know Sunday and Monday is probably going to be a no-go, especially with the fucking blood. You see all this slap bloodbath this week. So I don't even want y'all trade Monday. I guarantee you Monday is a bullshit day full of consolidation. Waiting for at least Tuesday, because we get two US dollar red photos off the flat Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. All right, so once again, I'm probably not gonna be able to be looking at the charts and be at the airport for that. You see what I'm saying? Going through TSA and shit. So I mean, I may be up a little bit earlier. You see what I'm saying? Like around like that 6, 7 a.m., like getting dressed and heading to the airport type shit. And I may be a little active in the chat then. But once again, like around that, my flight leaves at 9:55. So once I get on that plane, it's pretty much gonna be a wrap. And I touch down at 11:30. So I may be able to be active during PM. But once again, it's all based on what type of schedule they got planned out for me. All right. But for you guys, however you're gonna be rocking out, 10 a.m. is gonna be, you know what I mean, where you really want to get the trade in that. Wait until that 8:30 red folder. Once again, I will sit on my hands Monday. You know what I mean? Except if you're trading Bitcoin. But Tuesday, that's going to be when the start of the real momentum. Wednesday, we got that FOMC, John. You see what I'm saying? So that's the real big dog. And then Thursday, we got more unemployment rates. So it's a lot of major factors that's going to have this market probably tripping this week. Remember, it's still the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I don't know if you guys have been peeping how the market conditions literally change from third to the fourth. You see what I'm saying? You're seeing the market get a lot more impulsive. You're seeing her leave a lot of liquidity on the table. You see what I'm saying? So this right here is like setting up for major moves. I think that this red folder right here is what's going to do it. You know what I mean? For all my people that put CHF, JPY in the chat, all my people that did JPY shares, Thursday is going to be your day to pay attention to. Do you see all those red folders that come out tentative Thursday and Friday? All right. So with that being said, those are probably days where you're going to see your momentum over there. But besides that, family, once again, just sit on your hands for Monday. Tuesday, once again, our schedule as far as what times we trade live with each other is gonna, I'm gonna have to let y'all know on Tuesday. All right. But Monday, sit on your hands. Tuesday, wait until after 8:30 to start trading. Okay, I'll be calling signals all throughout the week whenever I got the free time to do so. Y'all know I never shit y'all on those signals. So I got y'all on that. All right. Wednesday, you got red folders 2 a.m. Okay. And then you got the 2 p.m. FOMC federal funds rate. 2 p.m. and then 2:30, you got FOMC. So that'll be a great day for your 3 o'clock kill zone. All right. And if I'm free for that, I swear to God, we tearing that up. All right. So Wednesday, 3 p.m., you know what I mean? To be determined type time based on what time I'm free. All right. But for all you guys, it'll be a great session for you to wait until 3 p.m. to start trading. Wait until all those red folders come out and then go crazy. That's probably going to be the big dog for the week. All right. It's also be a good time for my London traders to trade those great British pound pairs at 2, 3 a.m. All right. So however way I want to rock out. Thursday, all right, you got 7 a.m. slap great British pound red folders all over again. So it's going to be a very impulsive day for your GBPs, GBP cash, GBP, JPYs, things of that nature. Unemployment claims at 8:30. So that'll be a good day for my 10 a.m. You see what I'm saying? 10 a.m. New York session kill zone. I fly back Thursday, so we may be able to get that 8:30 call in, all right, or that 10 a.m. call in. Just once again, just let me get my schedule together. And then Friday, I'm gonna be home for sure, so we can definitely trade Friday live. We can go ahead and lock Friday in. We got red folders at 2 a.m. and then CAD at 8:15 to 8:30, so we can go at 10 a.m. kills on Friday. Go ahead and lock Friday in 10 a.m. Okay. Besides that, family, the rest of the schedule will be to be determined based on, once again, I don't mean to sound repetitive, but based on everything I got going on out there. So I will definitely let you guys know what times we'll be able to trade live on Tuesday, no matter if it's London session or not. We're going to get some money. And once again, signals are going to be called all week. I'm always free for that. All right. So with that being said, family, once again, I appreciate the patience for the week. I actually appreciate the patience last 2 weeks. You dig what I'm saying? I know my birthday just passed and I was outside for that and I got this flight this week. So I definitely appreciate all you guys being patient with me. You see what I'm saying? I'm also very proud of you guys because with me not being as active as in the chat for the last couple of weeks due to all the shit I got going on, you guys have been taking on this independence and been going absolutely insane. I see y'all in the chats going crazy. I see y'all collaborating with each other to get these TP smacks even when I'm not active. You see what I'm saying? So if anything, you guys can use this time to really like use your fellow CS members and the times where I'm going to be busy this week. You dig what I'm saying? Just because I'm not on these charts or I'm not active in the chat doesn't mean that you guys are a family. You do what I'm saying? You guys have been doing a great job of collaborating with each other, getting in the markets at the exact same time, calling signals with each other and tearing each other up. A lot of people got funded last week. We still got HFX niggas going crazy. So it's like, right, y'all have been going crazy no matter if I've been on the charts or not. And I'm very, very proud of every single one of y'all. Yeah, I mean, this probably gonna be the last week where I'm not as active as I need to be. You see what I'm saying? Before my schedule slows down and I'm back to normal. So once again, I appreciate the patience, but we're gonna tear their ass up all again this week, and I'm proud of every single one of you guys. All right. Do we have any more questions, comments, concerns before we get up off here, family? If I don't see nothing in the chat, I'm assuming Green Bay. All right. Do we have any more questions, comments, concerns? My dog, Billy, man. CS in the building, man. Sample in the building, man. Handle biz. Y'all wish me luck with that shit. Okay. Y'all had a question. What's up, JP? Holla at him. It's in the chat. Man, you can't mute your mic, man. Yeah, work, man. Was there an FVG on this weekly from the picture I did? Missed that FVG. You saw him tomorrow, just trying to get out of the bar. CJ. Hold on. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. Y'all definitely wish me luck on that little shit though, because I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know if it's the interview. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have an interview with it because I've seen, like I kind of did my due diligence on what they do to the people that get that little milestone. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna have an interview involved with it. But I'm not even sure if it's a partnership, but none of that. Once again, it's just a inclusive trip where they just told me they had a surprise for me type of shit. So whatever it is, wish me luck. You did what I'm saying, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good networking event. We can probably fuck around and get in front of the right eyes and really take the shit to the next level, man. Okay. All right. CJ, yeah, inversion FVG right here. All right. You stop short of these swing lows. All right. What's right below these lows? It's a daily balanced price range right below the shit. So if I'm going to be a buyer, I'm going to look for price to flash these lows, get inside the balanced price range, and then get that shit pushing. All right. Let me see what you had. As an inversion right there. Now, once again, this is what I told him, JP. This is what I told him because I don't think that like she's gonna stop going bearish. You dig what I'm saying? This is what JP had. I'm not sure if y'all can see this, but it's about to pop up on the screen. All right, so her markup was price coming down here to come get these lows that we identified. You know what I mean? However, she didn't see the balanced price range right here. So what I told everybody was that I still believe that price will come down here and get these lows. I just don't believe that price is going to sell right through this balanced price range before doing that. I think that this balanced price range gives a retracement in the week, considering how impulsive we've been all last. You know what I'm saying? She didn't look on the daily time frame. We sold off for 6 days straight without no pullbacks. You know what I mean? So your shit she's gonna have to come back and get. And I think that either this FVG right here, if we go bearish, is this FVG right here or this FVG right here that's gonna do it. All right, these equal lows are very suspect. Don't get me wrong. I still think she's gonna come out there and get that. But I don't think she's gonna sell through this gap. With the, you know what I mean? I think this gap leads to a retracement that can then lead to a potentially price going down and get those lows. But I mean, if price is going to, this is what we had looked at. You see these equal highs right here. If price really wants to go bearish, like you think she's gonna leave that right there on the table? She's probably not. You see what I'm saying? So I think I'm looking for buys down here inside the daily balanced price range, and then take it up to those equal highs, and then from there see if price wants to give some type of retracement or not, or some type get some type of continuation. But once again, don't think that price is going to sell right through this shit. So this is why I'm looking for some type of buy down here to catch a retracement instead of the whole weekly sell. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, JP? Okay, bet I'll redo mine for sure. For sure. That's the only thing that's different between my shit and your shit is that I think that this right here, like this is what I'm looking at, like big term, JP. This is what I'm looking at. Sell down here, clap these lows, give some retracement, no matter if it stops here or if it goes those equal highs, whatever the case is, give the retracement. I don't care where she stops at. We'll figure that out once she got down retraces, and then go do it like that. That's what I'm looking for on a big term spectrum. But you know, I mean, we'll worry about all that once she gives the confirmations to do so. All right. Do we have any more questions, comments, concerns, family? Any more questions, comments? I'm going to stop staring at my screen. Do we have any more questions, comments, concerns on anything we went over today? For sure. All right. So that's how we rocking out for this week, family. Once again, you got the best times to be trading independently. I got y'all on signals. You don't got to worry about that. Just give me a little bit of patience on the live calls. It's gonna be the last week where I gotta goddamn do all this shit before we back to our regular schedule program officially. All right. But be active. All right. Use your fellow CS members. Don't be afraid to drop that shit in the chat, man. You got 160 people in there, even though everybody is as active as we want them to be. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that can help you out even when even if I'm a little busy. You see what I'm saying? So definitely utilize your team this week. You know what I mean? My new members, I see it's a couple new members that joined this weekend that's on this call. Slide to that curriculum. I actually got to DM both of y'all with the link to the curriculum. All right, so give me a second. I'm gonna DM both of y'all once we get up off this call. Dive into that curriculum. All right, be active in the chat. Let's have an amazing week, family. All right. There's no more questions, comments, concerns. Love you guys. I'm gonna holler at you guys. Or you're gonna see my face on Tuesday. All right, hopefully Tuesday. All right. Deuces. Love you guys.